Greetings and welcome to another episode of the full guide for the Bevilex Modlist. In part 7 we finished the core part of the guide. We did the tweaks and video options. The game is working fine. Now it's time to move on to a territory of more mods, so we will go beyond the scope of purely graphic and stability enhancement. And here is a very important information from Bevilex. Please read it very carefully so that you don't mix up mods that are not compatible, especially weather mods, because we have the weathers covered now, so any further weather mods might not be compatible. I will not install everything from this list, as it would not make sense and would also contribute to wrecking the performance of my game. I have my personal selection here, so I will stick to it. But before we continue with the propositions from the Bevi guide, I would like you to install a mod that I'm going to install now. I don't have it in my build here currently because I wanted to share the installation with you, how it looks like. So go to your Nexus mods for Oblivion and search FOV Modifier. This is the one by Troy Bayliss. This will sort out FOV in the game. I want my FOV to be set to, say, 80. So let's go to the files section, and here's the FOV modifier version 2.0. I have it already in my installers. I downloaded it already. It's here. It's 1 kilobyte big, so get ready. Get your Vrybash installers ready. Drag the file to the installers. Look at the structure. It has one ESP. That's it. So let's activate it. After installing a mod with an ESP and wanting to play the game, I need to move it above the bashed patch, activate it in the mods tab, then close Vrybash, run boss, and open Vrybash and rebuild the bashed patch. Every time you install even a single mod that contains a plugin, ESP or ESM or per master, you activate it, run boss, and then rebuild the patch and test the game. So I hope you read me correctly. If you are about to test the game or to play it, and you installed mods with ESPs or ESMs in them, you need to do this procedure before going back to your game or testing it. You don't need to do it after each and single mod if you install, say, 5 or 6 mods that contain ESPs. Just install them one after another, activate their ESPs, move the bashed patch to the bottom, then close Vrybash, run boss, sort plugins, open Vrybash again, right click and rebuild patch before you start testing or playing the game. I hope this explains it. We have the FOV modifier installed now, and I show you what to do to set your FOV to your desired value. So okay, now let's do the FOV modifier thingy. as the instructions on the FOV Modifier Nexus page say, we need to open the console with the tilde key and set our FOV. Let's set custom FOV to 85. And it's done. I have now FOV 85. I will now save the game. Okay, let's get back to additional mods. So the first mod from this list that is of my interest is Vanilla Combat Enhanced. I don't use the combat mode from Oblivion Reloaded, but I like to use this mod. So let's go to the page, go to the files. Here is Vanilla Combat Enhanced. It is 10 megabytes big. So let's find it up in my mods. I already downloaded it. Vanilla Combat Enhanced. And the size, let's make this window a bit bigger so I can see the sizes. Let's do it like this. Okay, 10 megabytes. That's this file. So let's just plainly move it to my installers tab in Vybash. And we have sub packages. So we take core, shivering knives. What else? We don't take maskers, creatures, MMM, creature diversity, Oscuros, Oblivion overhaul. So yeah, I just take these two before installing. After they are selected, right click and install. Okay, I received 2 ESPs, so I know I'm going to be rebuilding the bashed patch after I'm done, but first I will need to run boss. Alright, let's see what next additional mods. The Lost Spires. This is a big, fully top quality quest mod with new terrains, with new buildings, with voiced characters, custom voiced characters. So this page contains only the patches, which we won't need anyway, because we will go straight to the Lost Spires page and get the latest version. Downloads, Lost Spires version 14, 318 megabytes. It will be called The Lost Spires version 14. I'm installing this mod in a little special way. Let's find it up in my files here. The Lost Spires, it's this one, version 14. Let's go to my Vybash. First I do the obvious thing, so just drag it over here. Then I have a look at the file. It has an ESP and it has an BSA. So the BSA is a file where all the sounds, meshes and textures are packed and different data. And the ESP is the plugin that controls this file. I move it up. And I move it up after Alive Waters. We had some discussions on the forum before, and I know it's the right thing to do. Works good for me. Alive Waters just before the grass overhaul. Okay. Once I moved it here, I double check that the ESP is selected before installation. Right click and install. That was quick. Okay. The Lost Spires is installed. Let's activate the ESP and move it above the bashed patch. I will not run boss until I'm finished here. So I don't take Ratunas, I take the Lost Spires. I don't care about Player House Gilgaliad. I install Better Dungeons. And for Better Dungeons, I need to take the non-BSA version. Okay, let me see in my old load order where I have Better Dungeons. I have it at position 98 before Immersive Interiors. So let's do it this way. So let's go to the files, take the non-BSA version. Do I also use the minor updates? Doesn't seem like. It contains the ESP. And here, how about the ESP? Must be somewhere on the bottom. No. Where is the ESP? Okay, doesn't matter. I only used this version. So let's download the file manually. You will receive Better Dungeons non-ESP. So let's go to mine. Better Dungeons non-BSA, I mean. Okay. So move it to Vrybash. Oh, now I need to scroll a lot, because now I need to scroll down. Once I pressed it, good, it's here. There are no ESPs. Let's look at its file structure. Texture meshes. Okay, no ESP. So let's move it up before Immersive Interiors. Over here. And install it. Done. You see, I can install mods with specific priority, although the program writes to the data folder. That is what I call magic. Alright. Let's continue. Better Dungeons done. Lost Spires done. What next? I don't use SNUS Dungeons, but I use Midas magic spells. Requires a patch to work with Ratunas or Gilgaliad. So I don't need this patch. Let's see the files. Midas magic spells of Aurum. 566,000 downloads. 70 megabytes. Get the file manually. Name starts with Midas. I have it already here. Yep, that's the file. So let's see what happens when I drag it to my Vrybash. I also check where I had it. Okay, I had it after the FOV modifier actually. So very low in the load order. So let's do it. By the way, I will move Oblivion Reloaded to the very bottom at the end. I like to have it on the very bottom. But now I will move the downloaded file to the installers. Look at its structure. We have a BSA again, and we have an ESP, and we have a README. The ESP is selected, so I can right click and install it. Okay, that's it. Midas magic spells of Aurum are installed. So then we need LessAnoyingMagicExperience. I definitely take it. Downloads. Download. Here it is when you open the page, on the very bottom. Let's see how it's called. It's called LessAnoyingMagicSpells. So I downloaded it here. 5.5 megabyte. Drag it to my installers. Look at the structure. Okay, is there any more instructions on this? I don't see one. let's see if I have some of my own instructions. So my own instructions are telling me that I took this one, and this one. So I ended up having all these ESPs. And that's how it works well for me. So install. Remember, we are at the additional mods, so I am presenting you my setup. You might have another setup with Mascars, with OOO mod, anything. I don't care about them, but what I suggest here works well for me. So that one is installed. I have a lot of new ESPs, so let's just activate them all, move the bashed patch below, and I think after having so many, it's good to run boss. Alright, go back to Vrybash and rebuild the patch. Okay, they're gonna be merged. Build patch. Alright, patch is done. So let's test the game. Ah, that's beautiful. This is one gorgeous looking prison. Okay, let's see. I think I have my FOV right. You see, FOV Modifier does the job. Very good. Let's COC Veje. Go out. Ooh, ah. Isn't it nice? Oh, beautiful day. See if I am able to cast. Ho ho ho, that was cool. It works. It's beautiful. Okay, go back to modding.